Hello everyone. Let us continue with the topic of hybridization. In this session, we are going to discuss sp3 hybridization, which is again a very important hybridization because here you can see I have discussed three different examples in this. So sp3 hybridization means one s orbital and 3 p orbitals of central atom, they will be mixed up, they will be hybridized. Clear? So that here you can see 1s and 3p means total 4 orbitals of central atom are hybridizing, and that is why 4 hybrid orbitals are produced. Clear? So these 4 hybrid orbitals are denoted by symbol sp3. Here 3 means 3p orbitals, not the number of electrons in p orbital. Clear? So 1s and 3p orbital, 1s and 3p orbitals, so total 4 atomic orbitals are involved, and so total 4 hybrid orbitals will be produced. Clear? Now this orbital, see here total 4 orbitals are there, so 100 divided by 4, so 25. So as s orbital is only 1, so 25% s character and remaining 75% will be p character. Clear? So sp3 hybrid orbitals will have 25% s character and 75% p character. Okay. Now how these orbitals, how these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented? So they are oriented along the corners of tetrahedron. And so the geometry of the resulting molecule will be tetrahedral, and when we have tetrahedral geometry, then the angle is 109.5 degree. Clear? So this is the ideal tetrahedral bond angle, 109.5 degree. Now how this hybridization takes place? So here you can see one s orbital, as s orbital is a non-directional. Clear? Then 3 p orbitals means px, py and pz. All of them are identical in shape, but they have different orientation. Though they are identical in shape, they are identical in energy also, but their orientations are different. Clear? S orbital is totally different in shape as well as energy, and it has no orientation, means it is a directionless. So when these 4 orbitals are mixed up, then this type of hybrid orbitals are produced. There are 4 hybrid orbitals produced. Clear? All of them are known as sp3 hybrid orbitals, and the bond angle between these orbitals will be 109.5 degree. Now if you join the corners of these orbitals, then the resulting shape will be tetrahedral, and that is why we say that sp3 hybridization means tetrahedral geometry. Clear? Now let us take the example of different molecules and try to understand sp3 hybridization. Here we will see that though all the 3 molecules that we are going to discuss, they have similar type of hybridizations involved in the bond formation, even then they have different bond angles and different geometries. Clear? So here the explanation will be given on the basis of VSEPR theory. Okay, the first example is of methane. In methane, carbon is the central atom, atomic number is 6, configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz 0. This is in the ground state. In excited state of carbon, 1 electron from 2s orbital is promoted to 2pz orbital, which is already vacant. So now you can see in the excited carbon there are 4 valence orbitals containing unpaired electron in them. Clear? So here the valence orbitals having unpaired electrons are involved in hybridization. Now when these 4 orbitals, atomic orbitals, are hybridized, then 4 hybrid orbitals are produced, leaf shape. Clear? So these are 4 hybrid orbitals produced. So these are the 4 hybrid orbitals of carbon. Now after hybridization, in each of these hybrid orbitals there will be one unpaired electrons present. Clear? Now after hybridization, this carbon, its hybrid orbitals will overlap with the 1s orbital of 4 hydrogen atoms, and in hydrogen atom, in this 1s orbital, there is one unpaired electron present in each hydrogen atom. Clear? So in this overlap region, there will be electron pair formed, one electron of hydrogen and the other electron of carbon. So 4 electron pairs are formed between carbon and 4 hydrogen atoms, and that is why 4 sigma bonds are formed. Why sigma bond? Because here also you can see it is sp overlap, or it is a positive overlap, and I told you in the previous lecture that whenever s orbital is involved in overlapping, then there is always maximum overlap, and the bond formed is always strong bond, and it is a sigma bond. So in methane molecule, there are 4 atoms attached to the central atom, and they are hydrogen atoms. Clear? And there is a precise sharing of electrons between all the 5 atoms, 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen atoms. There is a precise sharing. Each atom out of this 5, each atom is sharing its one unpaired electron with the other atom. Clear? So the bond angle in this is ideal tetrahedral bond angle, 109.5 degree. So geometry is a tetrahedral geometry. Clear? Another example is of ammonia. In ammonia, nitrogen has atomic number 7. Configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. Now here you can see all p orbitals are half filled in ground state of nitrogen. So there is no promotion of electron. Clear? So here promotion of electron before hybridization is not essential, because already the atomic orbitals in the ground state are half filled. Clear? So there is no vacancy for the promotion of electron. So here again these 4 orbitals, 2s, 2px, 2py and 2pz, 4 atomic orbitals of central atom, that is nitrogen atom, they are undergoing hybridization, and 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are produced. These hybrid orbitals are again, they are directed towards the corner of tetrahedron. But here the difference is, out of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 3 will contain unpaired electrons. Clear? And the 4th is having electron pair. So this is the 4th hybrid orbital in which electron pair is present. Rest of the 3 are having 1 unpaired electrons. Clear? Now after hybridization, this nitrogen atom will share these 3 unpaired electrons with 3 hydrogen atoms. So hydrogen atom is having 1 unpaired electron present in 1s orbital. So in this overlap region, the unpaired electrons of both the atoms, nitrogen as well as hydrogen, they are present. So 3 electron pairs are formed between nitrogen and 3 hydrogen atoms. Here also in overlapping, s orbitals are involved and the hybrid orbitals are involved. So strong sigma bond is formed and there is a maximum overlap. So here you can see 3 hydrogen bonds are arranged like this. They are oriented like this. They are all sigma bonds. But here, according to VSEPR theory, as we know, this is a lone pair of electron and this is bonding electron pair. This is also bonding electron pair. So lone pair bonding pair repulsion is more than bonding pair repulsion. So this is again bonding pair. So bonding pair, this is bonding pair. So compared to this repulsion, this lone pair bonding pair repulsion is more. Clear? So in order to avoid this, or in order to minimize this repulsion, these bonding electron pairs will come closer to each other, and that is why there is reduction in the bond angle. So here the arrangement of electron pairs around the central atom, it is tetrahedral. Clear? But the bond angle is not ideal tetrahedral bond angle due to the repulsion between lone pair and bonding pair, and as this repulsion is more dominating, these bonding pair electrons will try to come close to each other in order to minimize this lone pair bonding pair repulsion. So while doing so, the bond angle decreases or it is reduced to 107 degree, and so here perfect tetrahedral geometry is not obtained. It is a distorted tetrahedral, and if you consider only the nitrogen and 3 hydrogen atoms, then it is a triangular pyramidal shape. Clear? It is a triangular pyramidal shape, and nitrogen is at the top of the pyramid and the electron pair is on nitrogen atom, that is central atom. Clear? So in ammonia, though sp3 hybridization is there, but due to presence of one lone pair of electron in the hybrid orbital, its shape is not tetrahedral but it is triangular pyramidal. Clear? So geometry has changed. Why? Because the bond angle has changed. Bond angle has reduced to 107 degree, and so the geometry of the resulting molecule is also changed, though there is a similar type of hybridization, that is sp3 hybridization. Let us go for the third example, which is again interesting example, H2O. In this, oxygen is the central atom. Clear? Oxygen is having atomic number 8, configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2px2, 2py1, 2pz1. Here also you can see there is no vacancy for another electron, so no promotion of electron from 2s orbital. So this electron pair in 2s orbital will remain as it is. Clear? And this electron pair also, which is also present in 2px orbital. So these two electron pairs will remain as it is and there will be no promotion of the electron. So there are two unpaired electrons present in oxygen. Now when these 4 atomic orbitals of oxygen will get hybridized, then this type of hybrid orbitals are produced, which are called sp3 hybrid orbitals. These orbitals are tetrahedrally arranged, but in these 4 hybrid orbitals, these two have one unpaired electron present in them, and remaining 2 they have electron pairs present in them. So this is lone pair of electron, this is also lone pair of electron, this is bonding electron pair, and this is also bonding electron pair. So in VSE PR theory we have studied that lone pair repulsion is always maximum repulsion, and that is why, and we also know that the lone pairs of electron, they occupy more space due to repulsion. So lone pair repulsion here is dominating. Clear? It is greater compared to lone pair bond pair, and that is again greater than bond pair. Clear? So all the 3 types of repulsive forces are there: lone pair, lone pair bond pair, and bond pair. Clear? So all the 3 repulsive forces are observed in case of water, and these 4 electron pairs which are formed, 2 are non-bonding and the remaining 2 are bonding electron pairs. So in order to minimize all the types of repulsive forces, these 2 bonding electron pairs will come closer to each other, and that is why the bond angle is even reduced compared to ammonia. Clear? So this bond angle is 104.5 degree. So the resulting shape of the molecule is a V shape or it is angular shape. So oxygen is the central atom, shape of the molecule is a V shape or it is angular shape, and on oxygen atom there are 2 lone pairs of electrons present. So here this hybridization is important. Why? Because 3 different molecules are discussed. All of them are having same type of hybridization. Clear? But even then their bond angles are different. Clear? And their geometries are also different. Methane has tetrahedral geometry, 109.5 degree bond angle. Ammonia has triangular pyramidal geometry, bond angle 107 degree. Water has V shape or angular shape and bond angle is 104.5 degree. So here you can see that hybridization of orbitals will decide geometry of the molecule, but even then here though they are having same hybridization, they are expected to have same geometrical structure, but even then here the explanation of this difference in the geometry of ammonia and water can be justified with the help of VAC-PR theory. Clear? So in the next class we will again revise SP, SP2 and SP3 hybridization with different examples. Clear? Till then, goodbye. Have a